Hey there. So my name's Chris. I have been a Point Mugu club member for 30 years, something like that. And most of my time in the club, Point Mugu, has gone to High Desert Roundup. It's always been a fun event. For the longest time, the event was held in Stoddard Valley off of Stoddard Wells Road. Lots of fun times down there. You'd crest the hill. It looked like there was a city, 400 or 500 RVs and Jeepers out there. Something we've always looked forward to. So this year, we knew that going in on Stoddard Wells Road was going to be challenging for motorhomes. There was a lot of loose sand on the way in, so we looked for an alternative um, to getting there, and we found what appeared to be a good route, coming in near Slash X Cafe, and then kind of hanging a right and following some relatively, we thought, flat road, and coming around the back way to Stoddard Valley Road, be able to camp in the place we've always camped in. Um, the first night, Terry and I went in and took a wrong turn, and it got a little hairy, but we got there. Bringing some of the other club members in the next day, we found that Larry had his motorhome was just too big to navigate some of the whoop-de-doos that were coming through, and we ended up having to build him a road to get him through. Sad fact is, next year we're probably just gonna play it safe and camp nearer to Slash X. Not a real big fan of camping in a parking lot, so we will camp outside. But we're just gonna play it safe and go somewhere where we know we can get everybody in and everybody can have a good time. Heading out the first day, we had a bunch of club members with us. We also had Nico, our 1-year-old lab, with us. This was really his first camping trip, his first four-wheel drive jeeping outing. We've had some issues with him in the past. He's been a puker. So we didn't know what to expect, and to our happy surprise, Nico handled the trip very well. We took it easy. We didn't want to take him up the really hard stuff, but we wanted to have a good time, so we spent a lot of time taking it easy. Towards the end of the day, we did go up the second half of Pumpkin Eater, and Mary was not very happy with me. She reminded me that I promised to take it easy, but I can tell you that Nico handled it well, had a good time. The second day he stayed in camp, but we got a four-wheeling dog on our hands.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
So the second day, a bunch of us headed out to run Pumpkin Eater. It's probably, sections of it are the hardest of the trails that are out in Stoddard Valley. There's one waterfall in particular that, over the years, we've seen lots of carnage on that waterfall, broken axles, broken drive shafts, a couple of rollovers. You can see Those of us that went up it, nobody had to be strapped up it, but it took a little bit of maneuvering to get some of us up. Of course, Terry walked it like a champ, which does nothing for the Toyota versus Jeep wars. And then we ran up the rest of the trail. I think it's Genrite or I'm guessing it's Genrite that extended the trail probably another couple of 100 yards further up the hill than it had previously gone. And you can see towards the end of that, the challenges that we were having. It was a little bit loose, but it was a good time. We all had a great time. Nobody broke anything. And on to the next. So then we went on to the second half of Pumpkin Eater, which is a little easier than the first half. It does have an obstacle that it's still called the V notch. I would say it these days it's been torn up and filled into the point where it's more like a U notch, but still a good time. And then we opted to take the older, harder second half of the second half up to the right and then around on top. And then we kind of moseyed around, kind of finished the day, just cruising around a little bit. We got a nice scenic vista view of the Stoddard Valley area. Again, one of my favorite wheeling outings is Point Mugu at High Desert Roundup. So the thing that I have always loved about Point Mugu, Mary and I both, has been the camaraderie, the sense of fellowship, the sense of community, you know, hanging out around a campfire, doing potluck dinners, telling jokes, giving each other crap about the challenges that we face during the day. Dredging up old stories and retelling them again. I mean, it's just, it's been like a family to us for 30 some years. And like I said, High Desert has always been a favorite of ours, someplace we could get together. Anyhow, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.